started off with a half cup of flax seeds to 2 cups of water. And I put them on medium on the stove, and I let it kind of simmer for a little bit, just stirring to make sure that the seeds weren't getting stuck to the bottom. You'll notice that I keep lifting up the spatula. I'm trying to get the perfect consistency. Once the flaxseed gel starts to cool down, it thickens up a little bit, and I don't want my gel to start off overly thick before it cools down. At this point, it's starting to come to a slow boil, and I don't really want it to get boiling too much, and I've kind of checked this consistency already, and it's where I want it to be. So I'm going to go ahead and remove it from the stove and pour it into my Tupperware container. Now I took an old knee-high that of course I cleaned, and I'm going to use that to strain for the seeds. You just wrap it around a Tupperware container, and then you can pour the gel into that container and then pull off the stocking from the container, and you'll see I'll lift it up and all of your gel will come through the little holes, and you will have trapped the seeds inside. Now once you've pulled up the knee-high from the container, I use a pair of tongs to try to strain the rest of the gel that may be trapped inside the stocking into the bowl. But some people use their hands, but it's really hot. And I kind of learned this trick from Map 85 from off of YouTube. I transfer it to another bigger bowl because that bowl is so small, but it's the only bowl that my knee-high will fit over. And I need a bigger bowl so that I can add the rest of the ingredients. I also don't add my other ingredients until I've allowed it to sit for at least 5 to 10 minutes to cool down some. And as you can see, that's kind of the consistency of it when it's cooled down. I then next add 1 tablespoon of aloe vera juice. And this is just aloe vera leaf juice that I got at Whole Foods. Next, I add a half tablespoon of vegetable glycerin. And I know you can't see that too clearly, but it's vegetable glycerin. After I've added the vegetable glycerin, I add about 5 drops of lemongrass essential oil, only because I really like the scent of it. But again, you want to make sure that when you add an essential oil, even if it's just for scent, that you do it after the gel has cooled down. Otherwise, the flash point, it'll evaporate and then you just wasted the essential oil. And I stir it up really good, make sure it's all nice and mixed well. After I'm done mixing it up, I then transfer it into a pump container. Now I got this pump container from Sally's. It's huge, it's really way too big, but it was the only one that they had. If you can find a smaller one, I would recommend that. But I got this trick from someone, I think off of Twitter. They said they put it in a pump container. That way it's easier to pump out than just leaving it in a Tupperware container. Now we're not done yet. You can save the seeds and use them again for your next batch. I use my seeds probably about 3 times total before I throw them out. And I've never noticed that my gel is not as effective or anything like that from not using a fresh set of seeds each time. now we're done. Thanks guys for watching.